No, I am. Welcome to the live chat. I'm here. I'm getting ready. What's up, America? How is everybody as we go into faux Chinatown, faux Chin? What's up, America? What's up, SLD? What's up, PME? What? Oh. What's up, Dirk? What's up, America? What's up, Donovan? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's up, America? We're here. We're not queer, but we're close. Get used to it.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about the news. Now, what's up, America? How you doing? We're going to talk about the news, the weather, the sports, get to our basic bullshit. What's up, Built in America? Hell yes. What's up, Jay Birds? How you doing? Huh?
It's going to be harder to pass the ticket.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And all that. So let's get right into it because I am going to go short on this, only about a half hour or so because, well, it's the news. We talked our shit over there about TikTok because they suck dick, of course. And we'll get into more Muslim talk later on. What's up from the res? How you doing?
I have 300 jewels somehow, and I can send you a gift.
Really? Well, go for it. I like gifts. Anyway, so yeah, what's up? You get to watch RTL? Yeah. So I know I need to figure out. Thank you.
It told me I had enough jewels to send.
It let you send a free gift. That's funny.
I have 200 more.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So let's let's get into the news. We'll talk about this. We need to start going on YouTube a lot more because, as you know, TikTok sucks dick. Am I right? Am I right, everybody? Isn't it terrible? It's toxic. People are bitch made. They have all kinds of problems over there. My haters are fucking ass wipes that you built in America. That one girl's a fucking dumbass. I don't know what to tell you. She tries to talk shit. She's a fucking cunt. And I'll just leave it at that. What's up, Proud Boy? How you doing? So let's get into the news real quick, and I'll just get into it, and I'll hear what you have to say. Let me know what you think in the comments as we're going on. Yeah, TikTok is bad. I'm surprised I still do content over there. I'm only getting about 100 followers or less a day. It is what it is, not bad, but at the same time, I like YouTube better because I can say, no, I wish I did live in China. Thank you, Brenda. I can say more here. I can talk about weed, fluoride in the water. I can say gun, rape, kill. I don't have to say unalive, no pew-pew, none of that stupid shit. I can show you, hey, I'm smoking weed. Hi, look at that. Right? Yeah, it's a real platform. It's actually free speech, kind of. Sorry, baby. And that's what we're doing here. So let's go on and let's talk. Why haven't I moved? I couldn't afford $4,000 a month. Isn't it much better here? And I need to go on here more, but I always go on there because I'm trying to bring as many people from TikTok to YouTube. So if possible, tell all your friends to follow me here on YouTube and tell them I'm just going to start doing more over here because I'll still make videos on TikTok, obviously, but I got to tell you, the new job, well, it's not so much new. It's like a month and a half now. The new job pays okay. It was a lot better when TikTok was paying on top of that. I'll tell you that. Thank you, Cindy. But isn't that with everybody? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into everybody's having a hard time now. His prices suck dick under Trump. I'm sorry. Thank you. What's up, Elsa? I'm sorry. It's not that I do like Trump, but the prices are sucking. So let's get into the news. Trump administration updates. What's up, TikTok? Coming over from hell back to the good place, YouTube. Everybody should like YouTube. Can you multi-heart? Isn't that what you did? Your background is bullshit. I took the picture. I took the picture of that. So it's not AI. I actually was in Chinatown 2 years ago and took the picture. So it's not bullshit. It's actually real. You'll notice the words aren't fucked up. Damn right, Jesus is king. So news about Trump. President Trump's second term continues to dominate headlines with foreign policy moves, domestic controversies, and internal GOP tensions. You cannot multi-art. Thank you, lady. Ukrainian peace framework advances among criticism from Trump and other U.S. allies. U.S. and Ukrainian officials announced an update and refined 28-point peace plan during closed-door talks in Geneva without Donald Trump, led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, however. The framework modifies Trump's earlier proposal seen to overly favor Russia, narrowing disputes on NATO's role in territories concession. Trump has given Ukraine until Thanksgiving to accept warning of reduced U.S. support otherwise. European allies, including France and the UK and Germany, presented a counterproposal differing significantly from the United States draft Ukrainian proposal. Calling the pressure humiliating, while former U.S. Ambassador Bill Taylor urged shifting focus back to Russia for a better deal. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer slams Donald Trump as giving Putin everything he wants and calling him an abandoner of Ukraine. That's per Reuters.com. You can see that story trending. AI regulation push sparks GOP divide from the Washington Post. Donald Trump's executive order blocking state-level AI regulations drew backlash from Republicans worried about job displacement and risks to children. Tech firms praised the move for innovation, but critics like Senator Elise Slotkin, Democrat of Michigan, calls it reckless. That is up on you. You can check out that story at the WashingtonPost.com. Court backs IRS data sharing with ICE. As you know, Donald Trump was recently talking about auditing the IRS, shutting it down for 90 days and getting rid of 40,000 employees. That is still in the air right now. So we'll see what happens with that. However, ICE, or a court, blocks IRS from sending data to ICE. A federal judge has halted the IRS from sharing taxpayer data with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ruling it violated privacy law in support of Trump's mass deportation push. The decision impacts enforcement on sanctuary cities, expected to head to the Supreme Court. So we'll see what happens with that. Pardon controversy in Epstein files. Thank you, Scott. Pardon controversy. Trump pardoned nursing home magnate Joseph Schwartz, convicted of $38 million in fraud, despite the White House denials of lobbying ties. Separately, Representative Thomas Massie claimed credit for a bill Trump signed to release the Epstein files, fulfilling a campaign promise, though Trump previously dismissed the Epstein scrutiny. As you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene, not been over since TikTok. It sucks. TikTok sucks, doesn't it? As you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned, or is resigning from the Congress, the House of Representatives, because of a dispute with Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump meets with New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. As you know, Donald Trump hosted Democrat socialist mayor Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office, praising Zohran Mamdani despite some past criticisms. Yeah, she's here. She's combing my kid's hair. Zohran Mamdani reiterated trust in the New York Police Department over federal troops for public safety, but called Trump a fascist after the meeting. Trump joked about it to New York City under Mamdani's leadership, calling him a communist. What's up, America? How you doing, Brittany? How do I reply to anybody? I do not know.
You have to type their name exactly.
You have to type their name exactly as it is.
Yeah, and then it'll like show up in a white box.
Oh, damn, that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
SNAP funds and shutdown fallout amid partial government shutdown. A Rhode Island judge ordered full SNAP benefits using $23 billion from a reserve, rejecting Donald Trump's partial funding plan. The White House is still citing a $4.6 billion contingency, but faces accusations of shifting the burden to states rather than paying food stamps. That's coming from CBSNews.com. What do you guys believe we should do? Should Donald Trump pay food stamps? Should he restrict food stamps? Should he put a time limit, take them all away? Obviously, get rid of them for illegals. But what is your thoughts on that? Let me know. What's up, What's up, Molly? Let me know what you believe with illegal aliens with food stamps. If you're pro, against, whatever. I'm against illegals getting food stamps. I believe that people should get them in America up to maybe 3 years. Damn, that's strong. But Donald Trump did say that he wants everybody to reapply. It's all right. Take it easy, my Belt America. But Donald Trump did say he wants everybody to reapply. I need to make a video for Belt America. So we'll see what happens with that. Sorry, this weed is strong. Oh, man, I am dying, my friend. That's what I'm doing. It is constant. Okay, I'm good on that. That's going to kill me. Immigration wins touted by Donald Trump. Donald Trump is now touting and highlighting a drop in immigration student enrollment. 17% decline in foreign students. 2.2 million less people, foreign-born population credited to Donald Trump's crackdown. However, Donald Trump stated that 600,000 Chinese students would be coming to the United States in lieu of this. So what do you think of that, my friend? I'm not high as a kite yet. I don't take gummies till it's bedtime. The UK call and GOP resignation. Trump spoke with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer on bilateral ties. Keir Starmer is a piece of shit. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene will resign January 5th, citing threats by Donald Trump and fallout over the Epstein files. Trump called her support of Massey a betrayal. What's up, Dana? Trump's being petty with that with Marjorie Taylor Greene. The UK Prime Minister is garbage. Thank you. What's up, J.R. Buckle? Hey, there you are. Hold on, honey. I need to follow J.R. Buckle. Hold on. Where's subscribe at? God damn it. At J.R. Buckle. I'm just going to find you. I have to find a couple people to follow on here. You're one, and another girl I know is one that put up an account, that Madeline girl. So I got to follow you guys on here. Follow J.R. Buckle. Subscribe to J.R. Buckle as well. I guess I could say subscribe over here. Fuck yeah, YouTube is better. Suck my dick, TikTok. What's up, Jay? Absolutely. Well, he's like, what, 80, Rick? Isn't that what he is? 78, 80? Something like that. Aren't they all old farts anyway? So anyway, let's continue. Domestic news. Tech firms up AI investment via debt. Billions poured into chips and data centers. Risky tactics raise stability concerns. So here's my issue with AI. They're bringing these AI data centers throughout the United States, and they're going to use a great deal of groundwater. So that's going to possibly fuck up some things that pisses me off. Hell yeah, Mike. What's up? What's up, Layla? Thank you, Jay Burns. And so I'm not happy with them using the groundwater for the AI data centers. Another thing that bothers me is that there's almost no gain financially with these AI data centers and AI in general. There have been trillions of dollars poured in to this AI bullshit, and we don't have much to show for this. I've already seen the graphs. We are spending approximately 90 times what we're getting back from AI. It is a negative reciprocity that the world has never seen, such a negative reciprocity. It would be like for every dollar you fucking invest, you make 1/100th of a cent a year. It is the most fucked up shit. The biggest bubble, the biggest collapse ready to happen, worse than 2008, possibly worse than 1929. The data centers are trash. Thank you, Nana. They're sucking up the groundwater. At this point, you need to have desalinization plants. For something this big, they'll never do it. It's going to be a negative reciprocity, and it could be the single thing, expenditure-wise, that either destroys the nation financially or uplifts it into a new evolutionary scale. There is no in between. We are either going to fail massively, thank you, Nana, except for fucking Palantir and military systems with AI, or we're going to up the world into a Frutiger Arrow planet that I've never seen in my entire existence. Thank you, Brenda. I would love it to be a Frutiger. Thank you, bees. Oh, yeah, what's up? So I would love to see our entire world evolve into a new society. Frankly speaking, though, with the amount of money they've put in, the only person, and I know people are going to argue, the only person openly that's calling for an advancement of evolution in this planet is Elon Musk. The Chinese government, I cut myself shaving. The Chinese, yeah, right here. The Chinese government has invested a lot. They're making robots. Same with the Japanese. I applaud them on their efforts. But we're looking at a total job loss coming up here on AI into the hundreds of millions if we allow it to continue. Hold on. Hold on. So I'm going to read the news, and then I'm going to look up some things I have to share with you about job losses here in the United States. So AI aids denied insurance claims. So patients are now, so listen to this shit. Hey, what's up, my friend? How you doing? It's been a word. What's up, man? So AI is now denying insurance claims. Patient use tools to appeal rejections, and liver disease affects millions that are undiagnosed. So AI is now rejecting health insurance claims, and patients are having to use tools outside to get around AI that it's automatically denying claims for their health. Yeah, DoorDash driver support is AI. Yeah, dude, I did DoorDash and Grubhub. I still technically am employed through both of them. And even though I haven't done those in a while, I need to go do them again on my off time. VA is using AI on claims. See, there's another fuck up right there. Hold on, let me see because that could be bad or good. Now I need to make, okay. AI use for VA insurance claims. There's a video right there, and I'll talk about that because I need to get veterans' perspective if they've had any issues on that, because that's a whole other fucking ball of shit right there that we can just get into. That's a 2-hour discussion in and of itself. Anyway, so I'll put that up on TikTok tomorrow. Obviously, all the videos there I put here, and then I make other content here. I need to start doing a lot more content here on YouTube with long-form videos. I have no idea how to get views on them. Sorry. My regular videos seem to be okay here. VA, damn, 9 issues. Message me on TikTok. We need to talk. I'm trying to make videos on that. Get a hold of Dirk, too. He knows what's going on with veterans. He knows exactly the ins and outs of shit. But I just see AI as a bad thing potentially. But I'll get into that in a minute. The fact that they're denying claims, that's even worse. That's a whole other bag of shit. That's a 2-hour discussion right there. Florida Democrats are accused of stealing. A Florida Democrat is accused of stealing $5 million in disaster funds for the 2021 campaign. As you know, Representative McCormick has been indicted. She's a Democrat of Florida. And the Slender Man stabber cuts off her ankle bracelet and flees. That's fucked up. Hold on, I gotta go check out one thing. Because I want to get as much comprehensive news here before I end it in a minute, or in a while. Record holiday travel for Thanksgiving, obviously. AAA forecast millions on the road as always. As you know, our airlines and our airplane infrastructure is not up to... What if Slender Man took her? No shit. So as you know, our aviation is not up to par yet. We're still behind. We're still having flights and delays stemming from the government shutdown. And Thanksgiving is coming up. So this will be a shit show. And Texas seeks a Supreme Court ruling on redistricting. As you know, they tried to block that. Thank you, my friend, for the gift. COL last month was phenomenal. Hell yeah. I'm going to try to do one. I haven't had as much power on TikTok because, like, let me be frank about this. Thank you, Jay Burns. The news has been weak, and I've been making videos on TikTok. I haven't screamed as much as I should, frankly, because the app is a piece of shit, and I don't see a future in it whatsoever. I know there's a lot of followers there, but the followers, like, I know TikTok's power, but I also know YouTube's power. I've been on YouTube before years ago. Hell yeah, my friend. And I need to be like that more, but I just think that there's more potential in YouTube than there is in TikTok. And I know what you're saying. I only have 16,300 followers here. You have 320,000 or 314,000 on TikTok. Why aren't you just staying over there? It's because it's damn right. I would like to go to Thailand. It's just I don't see a future in TikTok. Not in its current form. Something's got to give. They need to do a lot better with what the fuck's going on over there because it's a cesspool right now. Damn right, Marine. It is a fucking cesspool over there. I mean, everybody agrees. Just look on Reddit. It's it's like shooting fish in a barrel. People fucking hate TikTok. But they all use it constantly because they're fucking addicted like it's a drug. CapCut videos on TikTok, they wanted to promote it. Yeah, that's all they do. And I understand YouTube has a promote feature too. Thank you, Nana. But YouTube will actually organically sometimes show your shit. TikTok is just... Hell yeah, you got a notification. See? YouTube does it right. TikTok is just a bunch of cunts. Not you guys, the people that run TikTok. Fuck TikTok, really. Anyway, what's up, America? Thank you for the... AI was perverted to something really bad. Yes. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the 3-month. Yeah, AI has become very perverted. I'm going to read something about AI coming up after I get through the news. That's fucking weird how many jobs we're losing. I'm not sure about YouTube. I know they take less money for the gifts. So I know YouTube takes like 20% less because they're actually better. But days later that you post on TikTok, yeah, dude, TikTok's a shit show. Every video is like under scrutiny. There's trolls there, haters there. It's like, I get all your YouTube. Damn right, because YouTube actually does it right. And I have like haters, like, I know like older millennial is fine. I don't have a problem with him. He can talk shit. I don't care. I don't have a problem with him. He's a veteran. He can do whatever he wants. So I give him a pass. Even though he's a fuck sometimes, he can do whatever he wants. That Millie girl is a fucking cunt and she's a psycho. Don't let him tell you otherwise. She may put on a good play like she's a good little girl. She's fucking psychotic. She's out of her fucking mind. right? She's the new Candace Owens over there. So I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like TikTok. Does X have a streaming channel? I think so. But I need to go on X too. I need to do both because I can do just audio on X. See, I have too much ADHD. I respond to you guys instead of doing the news, but I like talking to you people. Anyway, world news. Middle East escalation. Israel struck Beirut's southern suburbs for the first time since June, killing the Hezbollah chief of staff, Fouad Sakor Tatabani. Rescue teams report civilian casualties. It is tied to ongoing post-ceasefire strikes in Lebanon. What's up, J.R. Buckle? Yeah! Follow J.R. Buckle. Subscribe to him. Africa kidnapping. This is one I wanted to talk about big time. Nigeria. Boko Haram. They invaded northern Nigeria with terrorist attacks. The other day, they went back to kidnapping girls at a Catholic school. They took 253 Nigerian schoolgirls that they're going to sell as sex slaves. So the story goes, and I have a big, and I'll get around it. I don't want to mention anything too poignant, but I want to get around my theories on what's going on. So Africa, 50 of 303 abducted Nigerian schoolgirls escaped. 253 Nigerian schoolgirls, not men, girls, 50 of them escaped. Yes, that's correct. You've got 253 that remained held in the Congo. Crowds flocked to a museum glorifying Matabu Siko. That doesn't mean anything. So, sorry, that was a bad read. So here's the situation in Nigeria and why it's poignant to the past. So Nigeria is being attacked by a terrorist organization called Boko Haram. They have crossed the African transition zone into invading West Africa and Southeast Africa. Their objective is to kill non-believers of Sharia Islam and take over schools where girls are learning, put them into captivity, or sell them into sex slavery, mostly going to Arab and North African buyers. Okay? This is trafficking rings written all over it. And so what these fuckfaces have done is they went into northern Nigeria in order to attack so that they could take girls captive and murder non-believers, which they did. They killed the teachers and took the girls captive from a Catholic school. They've done this in the past. Thousands of girls have been missing, and they've killed tens of thousands of people. Now, this is relevant because of a couple of reasons. As you know, some of you, recently, a country called Niger, which is north of Nigeria, kicked the French government out. As soon as the French government left, a group of Russians called the Wagner Group mercenaries moved into Niger, right? They moved into the capital city, and they, unlike the French, which used to kill terrorists, these fuckers in the Wagner Group are arms dealers through the Russian government, bringing weapons and material through Niger into Boko Haram, attacking Nigeria, Congo, Cameroon, and of course, Sudan recently, where you've seen all those people murdered by these assholes that are terrorists. Now, the French sort of stabilized it with the Foreign Legion every time they would go around every now and again and attack them. However, the French are gone and they've been replaced by Russians. The Russian Wagner Group is running arms to Boko Haram, as well as other countries' weaponry. Think Iran, Chinese ammunition, etc. And they, what? No. And they are using, hold on, and they are using their, I'm in mid-country, and they are using their arms logistics to go give these supplies to Boko Haram. Thank you, Mabel Cat. Hell yeah. And Boko Haram is using those to attack people, kill them. That's how they're getting their weaponry. Took a go up toward, when Wagner tried to go to Moscow and invade them, and then the head of that was killed when Putin had his plane blown up. Yep, I remember all that. So Wagner Group still exists, but now they're an arm of the Russian military. The Russian military absorbed them as third-party, so think about this, third-party mercenaries under the guise of Russia. The Russian military, not working for the guy that was killed, but for direct commando generals, if you want to call it that. Thank you, BG. So there's certain generals in the military that are heavy on commando tactics. And these Russian generals are now overseeing the mercenary group, the Wagner Group in the country of Niger and several other African nations. What's happening is this group is stabilizing that country, so to speak. Thank you, Mabel Cat. And the Russians and these other fuck faces are smuggling weapons in through, I want to call legal sources, but you have Western countries that play interference. So some of these countries that are destabilized or in the pockets of the Russian government allow for arms dealing to go through their country unchecked. And that's how these African terrorist groups get these things. Now, here's the issue. Donald Trump has talked about blowing up Boko Haram to save the Christians in Nigeria, which I actually support. However, he's talking about, instead of doing that, arming the president of Nigeria to go after Boko Haram and protect those people, which of course Nigeria will sell our arms as well to their bidders, and they won't. Thank you, BG. And they won't. Hell yes. I love it. It's better than TikTok. It's a cute bear. How can you say no, right? That is great. Thank you, Nana. And so this has got proxy war written all over it, using the Wagner Group as a mercenary arms dealing group into West Africa to uphold the terrorist organizations for the highest bidder. Now, what'll happen is you'll get into an arms proxy war. Thank you, Mabel Cat. Between the United States supplying Nigeria and West African nations against the Russians supplying the terrorist organizations and friendly nations that are friendly to the Silken Road and Belt and Road Initiative coming from China. That has civil war written all over it. And if you go back into history with the Liberians and Sierra Leonean civil wars, you see what happens there. This has got horrifying situation written all the fuck over it. So the best thing that Donald Trump could do is declare war on Boko Haram and kill all those fuckers. But he won't, because they'll see it as a money-making opportunity. So this could be dragged out for years. And if that's the case, Wagner Group is very familiar. Trust me. Have you ever heard of the Spotsnets? Dirk, a lot of the members of the Wagner Group are Spotsnets. Thank you, Tasha. And the Spotsnets are the Russian special forces. Thank you, Frisky and Scott. So the Spotsnets are the same as like Army Rangers, basically. Not Navy SEALs, but they have some skills. They play hard, if you know what I mean. So that being the case, these people are shoring up. These people are shoring up fucking the Niger government with the Wagner Group running this through. They're making a lot of money, but it's also destabilizing countries for the Chinese government to come in for the Belt and Road Initiative to uplift them with military presence and, of course, infrastructure building. So what you're having here with Africa was under the spots. So there you go, Spotsnets. See, I know all about Russia. I love Russia. I just know they do dirty shit just like our CIA does. That's why Putin is a little yikes with that CIA. He's black hat all the way. Nevertheless, let's continue. Thank you, Tasha. So, once you see this going on and you say, well, what's this gearing up to? This goes along with it's called, oh, God damn it. the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative, but it's in the new dollar that Putin's forming. You know what I'm talking about? Can I not think of it? It's the one word I can't think of. The economic group with Russia, India, BRICS. Fuck me. God, I'm a dumbass today. Okay, the BRICS nation. Thank you. Thank you, Proud Boy. The fuck is wrong with me? I know this. Anyway, the BRICS nations is in bed with China with the Belt and Road Initiative. So this is something China does. Is what they do is the Belt and Road Initiative and the New Silk Road is a 200-year plan. Okay, Xi Jinping is starting off with the first 100 years. Now, what this entails is building ports, roads, highways, infrastructure, airports, and in some cases, military bases and naval bases in other countries that connect China, Russia, Iran, Central Asia with Africa, Southeast Asia, Western Europe, dominating the entire continents until they're trying to basically economically overthrow the West. Which is a fine, how do you do? That's fine. But the way China's doing it is China is saying, your country is destabilized due to X, Y, or Z. So we'll come in and stabilize it and build this, that, or the other for your resources and loyalty and hosting our Navy or military later. So do you see how this is starting to shape up? You have the Russian presence in Niger. The French and Westerns are gone. You have Boko Haram destabilizing Nigeria. Trump trying to shore that up while other countries like China, North Korea, Russia, Iran, and their subsidiaries and their people in the sphere of influence are trying to shore up certain allies in Africa. And, yep, there he is. And, of course, South America, Central America. That's why you have Chinese influence in Central America, like Nicaragua, down in Chile, down in Panama. You have Chinese influence in Sierra Leone, the Gambia, down in the Congo now, Namibia, Angola, Cameroon, starting to spread down in Nigeria as a direct consequence against the United States. You have Chinese military development in Djibouti and Eritrea, or it's just Eritrea. We have the base in Djibouti. Joe Booty. But China has a naval base in Eritrea. China has a military base in Eritrea, so they can port ships there. So China has access going from their Eastern Fleet all the way challenging Taiwan, having allies down in the Cook Islands, having allies down in Tonga, having allies down in fucking New Zealand off and on, even though they don't admit it, trying to gain influence in Vanuatu and in fucking New Guinea. Thank you, Nana, which of course Australia is trying to push back against that. They have heavy influence now with Cambodia, Laos, and Burma, or former Burma, Myanmar, which Vietnam's gone towards the United States, which is weird. Imagine that. And Africa and South America are now a shit show, being divided influence-wise by the United States, Russia, and China. Mostly the United States and China. Thank you, JB. So these spheres of influence that are setting up, and you need to look up spheres of influence for each of these nations. The problem is with Russia is that Russia and China are allied in name only. They do not hold the same a liking of each other. Russia and China have almost been in conflict multiple times. So, yeah. So it would be more conducive if Russia and the United States became friends rather than China and Russia. China and North Korea are more allied towards each other. Russia and the United States have more in common. Western Europe gets... Yeah, they don't share secrets. Western Europe gets in the way of the alliance between Russia and the United States, this time caused by the United Kingdom and immigration into Western Europe, in my opinion. If Russia invaded Western Europe, they would deport everybody back to their home country. Because Russia doesn't play that shit. They take illegal immigrants and they kick them the fuck out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Thank you, Dave. But the United States, Western Europe, I don't know what the fuck happened to Western Europe. I love people from Europe, but I do not respect the governments of Western Europe at all. They're not even liberal. They're suicidal, liberal fuckbags. They don't know what they're doing. They're selling out their countries to Islamic invasion, in my opinion. There's no point. It's over. There's no help for them. I don't know what the fuck happened to France. France went to war assisting Russia against Germany during World War I. And during World War II, all for France to say, fuck Russia, we're going to help Germany. The fuck is going on here? The European, Western Europe, and that's my only thing. I'm worried Russia's going to nuke all the fucking good shit in Europe and in the United States. Stop trying to nuke shit. We don't need nukes. But Europe is an open chasm. At this point, however, I almost think that it would be better for European continuity for Russia to invade Europe, take it over, kick all the fucking foreigners out that have invaded over the last 10 years, and then give it back as plebiscite states that are autonomous. Because then you would have less destruction of Europe than what the Muslims are going to do. Know what I'm saying? And that's, yeah, and all the leaders are related through marriage. I know, the Habsburgs, the fucking Windsors, they all go to Germany and they were cousins with the Russians. And yeah, I know, it's all fucking weird shit. And they all fuck their family. Thank you, BG. And it's like, oh my fucking God. But like, Western Europe needs to get a grip. It's like, we're going to stand up for Ukraine, even if we all die, and give everything to Muslim invaders. Immigrants, I'm sorry. You know what I meant. But the fact of the matter is we see what happened. And I'll just tell you a news story. Germany, the country of Germany, out of 530 municipalities, only 10 are in the green in their budget. Every other one is in the red. They have spent all their money on migrants. All of it. War and migrants. War and migrants. How fucking stupid can you be? War and migrants? War doesn't work because you're going against Russia. They're not going to stop. You're not going to win unless you nuke each other. And even then you don't win. Everybody just dies and is irradiated, except for the top 1,000 people that have bunkers. Then the migrants will just steal all your fucking GDP until you're working for nothing. And then what are you going to do? Replace the aging population with Muslims? Yeah, that'll work out as they usher Sharia law in and start killing everybody. Because Sharia law is trash. I don't know what to tell you. Sharia law is trash. Sharia law is trash. Can everybody agree with that? Can everybody agree that Sharia law is a violent, dangerous, potentially, what do you call that? A clear and present danger to the Western world. And I would rather have Russian influence or American influence, thank you, BG, than Islamic influence at any point in my life. Unless I go to an Islamic country. That's different. I don't believe religion should spread by the sword or by political takeover or saying to people you can't drink alcohol, even though I don't drink alcohol really. But you don't have to tell people your women have to cover up. You can't do this. You must believe in the Quran. I don't like the Quran. I don't believe the Quran is right. I believe it was written by a schizophrenic, in my opinion. Thank you, Nana. And you can debate me on this, but I don't believe that Islam is the right religion for me. Okay, that's it. And I'm not going to back down off that. I'm not going to normalize saying, like, you can believe any religion you want. Thank you, Cindy. You can believe any religion you want. That's fine. You can convert to Islam. You can be a Buddhist. You can be a Taoist. You can be a fucking fiddler crab that worships fucking Festivus. I don't give a shit. But I don't believe that Muhammad was a prophet of any kind. And I'll never believe that. What about Jesus? He wasn't a prophet. He was a God. He was God that was able to raise the dead and came back to life and went to heaven. And that's it. Well, what's my science on that? Well, I'm an anthropologist and I went to grad school. I know Jesus existed. Any debate of that is stupid. I mean, I went all the way through it, and we're already, all anthropologists are like 97% of anthropologists and archaeologists are like, yeah, he existed. Duh, what are you, fucking stupid? Of course he existed. You don't have to believe he's God, but he existed. Like, what the fuck? There's plenty of extra biblical sources that's like, hey, you remember this guy Jesus? He existed. Now let's talk shit about him. Because that's what the Romans did a lot. Followers of Jesus, this Jesus guy, they're literally talking about him like that. Oh my God, multiple wives sounds exhausting. Oh man, they never tell you what virgins you're gonna get, huh? Yikes. could be down the way. Shut up, fuck you. How's that sound? What? I don't have to believe your religion. I don't have to believe Sharia. It's a bunch of violent fucking bullshit. Muhammad was not a prophet, in my opinion. Okay? Fuck you. What do you want from me? I don't have to believe your prophet is real. I don't believe Muhammad flew to heaven on a winged horse and cut it in half with a sword. First of all, the logistics of an escape velocity while riding a horse is impossible. He would have burned up in the atmosphere trying to get out. Second of all, a winged horse, are you out of your fucking mind? Third of all, the sword wasn't big enough to penetrate the moon or cut it in half. That's a stupid bullshit. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't believe that shit. I also don't believe Buddhists that there's 8 realms. I don't believe there's a realm of hungry ghosts. If there is, I'd say it's a demon. I don't know what to tell you. That's my beliefs. I'm allowed to have my beliefs. You can say Islam is great and Muhammad is all this. Wonderful. Great. Enjoy believing that. And I'm glad you do. Ain't no shame in your game. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shame in your game. But I'm also not paying a jizya tax. So I would believe more Eastern Orthodox than anything. But I digress. But I'm also not into icons. It's a whole fucking thing. So let's continue. Sudan ceasefire. Rapid Special Forces, the ones that are killing Christians, accepted a truce after capturing the city of El Fashar, but many vow to fight on. So that's according to Wikipedia. I don't believe that because it's Wikipedia. Yes, J.R. Buckle. As a matter of fact, he did. Yes, J.R. Buckle. As a matter of fact. Let's look that up real quick because I heard that was coming. And Brazil's Supreme Court orders ex-president Berlusconi to be arrested for a coup attempt. 6 refugees returned post-Civil War facing destroyed homes and squatters. South Africa boycotts. South Africa ends with U.S. boycott drama, whatever the fuck that is. Really, we fucking discovered aliens? Is that what that is? Really, we discovered aliens? I heard there was aliens a long time ago. But I heard President Donald Trump might be the one to confirm that aliens exist. I'd like to see that. I know Donald Trump or somebody was saying that we met with 2 types of species of aliens. Tom Brady says the N-word on Fox. Oh! Tom Brady says the N-word on Fox Sports. Wow, that's funny shit. Wow, that actually happened. Holy shit. Huh. That's it. Didn't expect to see that. Go check that out. It was a slip of the tongue. Oh, here it is. The war with Ukraine is about over as Europe agrees to invite Vladimir Putin into the G8. So no longer will it be a G7. It'll be back to the G8. Moscow's return to the world stage and a cap on the size of the Ukrainian army among concessions made in the European counter deal. This is breaking news. Vladimir Putin could return to the world stage under Europe's new peace plan that agrees to allow Russia back to the G8 because they want to buy fucking gas. The offer was made in a counter proposal to Donald Trump's 28-point plan, which heavily favored Russia. The European plan contains several concessions, including a cap on the size of the Ukrainian army and commitment to elections that could see Zelensky removed from power. I bet he's gone the first election. Yeah, that is made. Thank you for being here, you guys. The European plan contains several concessions, including a cap on the size of the. Oh, I already said that. And could see Volodymyr Zelensky removed from power. Following an emergency summit in Geneva, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, said on Sunday night that the United States was now making changes to the peace plan. Yay! We can visit Russia. Fuck yeah! I want to be able to visit Moscow. If anybody out there wants to donate $5,000 to me and my family, we'll go fucking film in Moscow, and I'll show you it's something. Ruh-roh, play what? Following, he added, I think it's very, very meaningful. I would say probably best meeting in a day we've had so far for the entire process, going back to when he came into office in January. The counter proposal was published by the United States, or after the United States president said Ukraine showed zero gratitude for American efforts to end the war. Mr. Trump still has to sign the deal. Marco Rubio said Russia, which has repeatedly changed its demands, is also has to sign off on it. Under emergency plan, Russia is to be progressively reintegrated into the global economy. The plan adds that the countries could join the G8. The deal also states that the size of Ukraine's military will be capped at 800,000 men in peacetime, whereas the earlier version of European capped the proposal at 600,000. The deal adds that Ukraine will hold elections as soon as possible after signing the peace agreement. However, the European deal removes Russia's demand that Ukraine gives up eastern Donbass. The deal also removes a clause that would give the U.S. 50% of future profits from frozen Russian assets invested in the Ukraine. You hear that shit? We are fucking like Caponing these motherfuckers. We get half of the future profits from frozen Russian assets invested in Ukraine. Damn. The territories that Russia will get, Ukraine commits not to recover occupied territory through military means. Negotiation on territory swaps will start from the line of contact. Crimea will be Russia, Luhansk, and Donetsk will be recognized as de facto Russian territory, recognized by the United States. Yeah, I heard Russia's expensive as fuck. That's another thing. Kherson and Zaporizhia, I can't remember how to pronounce it, will be frozen along the line of contact, which means de facto recognition of territory on that line. So the line that they fought to will be Russia, so that's where it's going to stand. Russia will relinquish other agreed territories it controls outside of those regions. Ukrainian forces will withdraw from the part of Donbass or Donetsk, I'm sorry. Donetsk will not be given to Russia, only along the lines. That's currently in control, and its withdrawal zone will be considered a neutral buffer zone between the two. And that was agreed by Germany, England, France, the United States. Still have to sign it, but that looks like that's where we're going. Finland also supports it. So that's what we're doing here. So that is big to who thinks the Ukraine should sign. I do, absolutely. All should sign. We should make this immediate and end this fucking war. So that's my thoughts on that. I guess that's it. It's 9:30. School and work tomorrow. I'll start going on here more. You guys are awesome, but I'll start. Basically, what I'm going to do until TikTok stops sucking dick, which that's what they're doing, is I'm going to go on TikTok, talk for about a half hour or until we get to 100K, and then I will stop on TikTok and bring you over here, and I'll start doing that as much as possible because I'll start making videos every couple of days to try to bring more people over to YouTube. I have a theory that even though I have 315 or 314,000 followers, you too, Scotty, that I have a feeling that only like half of them are real and the other half are bots from TikTok. So whatever, but we got to get people over here and get an actual message because TikTok is one thing, but if you haven't noticed, if anybody's on the internet ever, when you look up stuff, YouTube videos show up, Google search, whatever it is, all that shows up. TikTok never shows up on shit. So if you go on Google and look up search on videos, it's all YouTube. If you go on other ones, people don't actively show TikTok outside of people on TikTok. It's a very insular kind of piece of shit. The only place it goes is TikTok and Twitter or X. And once it goes on X, then it blows up and other people see it. But TikTok, in my opinion, is a dead fucking stick, and I don't see a future on TikTok. I don't believe a lot. BG, yeah! I don't believe a lot of you should see a future on TikTok either if you're there. I believe that YouTube is... So people were on YouTube. There's too much censorship here. They went over to TikTok for several years. The censorship has gotten so bad over there that people are coming back to YouTube because Niels Mohan is the president of YouTube, and Neil Mohan actually isn't a dumb fuck. So Susan Wojcicki, terrible person. The old CEO of YouTube, horrible human being. Neil Mohan, I think he knows his shit and he knows what he's talking about. So I support most of what he's doing so far, and you should also. So it's just better. Anyway, follow me here. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Also follow me on YouTube by becoming a member here. So I have several tiers of membership set up here. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to adding products on here. So if anybody could kind of tutorialize me through that, that would be fantastic. I'm still learning YouTube because... and go check out my long form videos. I do all the shorts, but nobody ever watches my long form videos. So go over there and just look up my videos and check those out. I've got a lot of videos, people that were going off about Charlie Kirk, people that were, yeah, it's definitely calmer here. It's better. You can sell weed on you. No shit. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, I would love to do that. On how to do that. Yeah, I need to do all that. But YouTube is the future. TikTok shit. TikTok had its run, but they fucked it up. I don't know what to tell you. So follow me here. Subscribe on YouTube. My long form, my videos, my shorts are the verticals. And then there's other ones. So just go and look up my videos and you can tell the ones that are longer, as far as longer in length. And I have one episode of a podcast on here. One episode. So on my podcast tab, I have one episode. That's my government. I need to do another one because I've evolved my government. So I'll do that on another podcast. Maybe I'll do it this week. But I need to get a lot more going on YouTube because, well, even though I have 314,000 followers on TikTok, fuck TikTok. So that's it. Follow me here, subscribe, and of course, become a member. Join my memberships here on YouTube. I've got cheap ones and more expensive ones, and you can be a Sup America Pope. Isn't that what it is?
I think so.
Something like that. But yeah, follow me, subscribe, all that shit. I will be, hell yeah, I'm going to do a government video again because I've added 4 more points to it. So maybe I'll come on YouTube and do that again, and we'll just spread it that way. Thumbs up before you go, gift before you go if you can, or any shit like that. Become a member, subscribe, all that crap, all that crap, and we'll be back tomorrow. 300,000 followers and 53 in the stream. Yeah, go check out. Yeah, if you don't believe me, go check out on TikTok. I have 314,000 followers there. So look up Hello America Sup on TikTok, and you'll be like, oh shit, he does have 330. I also have an old YouTube play button back here. I don't advertise that because I'm not a fuck. But hold on. No, it's just real quick. See, look. Look, see, I just got one laying around. Just got one laying around. Fucking douchebag. See, it's just not my first time at the rodeo. But this account only has 16,300 followers. So, anyway, what's up, Gregory? So follow me. I'll be back tomorrow here and other places. If you don't like me, mute me, whatever it is, hide me, fuck yourself, whatever. See you later, bye. It's better than TikTok. That's all I got to say.